Alright, so we did the working for this and we found the x-intercepts where x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 3. Those were the three x-intercepts that we found earlier on. We showed you how to find that. Minus 3, 5 and 2. Right. Now step 3. You got to find the derivative. Find derivative and make equal to 0 and solve. So we're going to do that. Well, if we find the derivative of that, it will be 3x squared minus 8x. 2 times minus 4 will give you minus 8x minus 11. 1 times minus 7 will give you that. Find the derivative and make it equal to 0. And then solve it. Now solve it. Solve it, you'll get, let's see, you'll get 3x minus 11 into x plus 1. Let's test. 3x squared minus 11x plus 3x minus 11, correct, is equal to 0. So you'll get 3x minus 11 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then 3x is equal to 11, x is equal to 11 over 3. And here you'll get x is equal to negative 1. Now these are the x values for the stationary points. So when you're finding the derivative and making x equal to 0 and solving, you are actually getting ready to find the stationary points. Now we talk about stationary points. Or you can say local maxima or minima, or you can just talk about turning points. So all this working we are trying to. Now what do you do after finding the derivative? We have found the x values of the turning points, or the turning points. We found the x value, and now we need the y values. For the y values, put above x values in original equation. So the original equation is here. So that's the original equation. Now if you're going to put, so when x is equal to 11 over 3, y is equal to, and you put in the original equation, is equal to 11 over 3 cubed minus 4 into 11 over 3 minus 11 into 11 over 3 plus 30. And when you put that into the calculator, you will get the answer minus 14,8. We round off to one decimal place. You'll get minus 14,8. So you got the one turning point where the x is 11 over 3 and the y is minus 14,8. So I can even write it here. I've got 11 over 3 and minus 14,8. That's one turning point. Now the next turning point, I use that. When x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to minus 1 cubed minus 4 into minus 1 minus 11 into minus 1 plus 30. And when you put that into the calculator, you will get the answer 36. You will get the answer 36. So your next ordered pair is -1 and 36. We are now ready to draw the graph. But just before we draw the graph, I want to show you how you can work out which is a maximum point and which is a minimum point. So let's focus here a little bit. This is what you do. You can draw a line like this. And on this line, you put down the 2x values in number line order. You put the 2x values in number line order. So -1 will be here, and 11/3, which is actually 3 2/3 there. Then what you do, you substitute a number from here. A number from here, for example, will be -2. You substitute this -2 in the derivative. If you put -2 in the derivative, it will become, there's the derivative, it will become 3 into -2 minus 8 into -2 minus 11. Now when you put it in the derivative, you will find that the derivative ends up with the answer, well, let's see, that will give you -6 and -11, this is -3 squared. 3 times -2 squared minus 8 times -2, so -11. And when you work this out, 2 squared is 4, 3 4 is 12, and plus 16 is 28, minus 11 will give you 17. So you find that on this side it is positive. When you're going to substitute a number in between here, say 0, you will find that the derivative is negative. If you put 0 inside here, 3 into 0 cubed minus 8 into 0 minus 11, you can see the answer is -11. So it's negative here. And then here, obviously, it will be positive. You can try it. You can put the number 4, for example, and test. Now you can see what is happening. It is positive, negative, positive. So it means that here the graph is going like that. Positive to negative. And here it is going from negative to positive. So you know that this one with the -1 is a maximum turning point. And you know that this one with 11/3 is a minimum turning point. So that's a way in which you can determine whether it's going to be turning, whether it's going to be a max or a min, whether it's going to be a maximum or a minimum. Very, very useful instead of trying to guess. Alright, now we've got all the details here for drawing the graph. We've got the y-intercept, we've got the x-intercepts, and we've got the 2 turning points. And we know that at -1, we know it goes this way. And at 11/3, we know it goes that way. We can now draw the graph. So I'm going to draw the graph on the screen on the next page over there. Alright, so to draw the graph, this is what we do. We do a rough sketch. Let's just put the axes in another color. So it's a rough sketch, and there's your y-axis and there's your x-axis. And remember, it's a rough sketch. So first thing is, your y-intercept is 30. So you'll just mark off somewhere on the graph by judgment, that's 30, that's your y-intercept. Then your x-intercepts are 2, 5 and -3. So there's your 2, say 1 is here, 2 is here, 3, 4, 5 is there. And then your next, it's -3. So you have marked your 3 x-intercept. Now your turning point is 11 over 3, which is 3 2/3. 11 over 3 is just over 3 3 2/3, and negative 14,8. So let's find where's 3 2/3 first. 3 2/3 is somewhere here. And you're looking for negative 14,8. So let's say it's negative 14 here. Let's say it's negative 15 here. So negative 14,8 will be here. And when we look at our, this is what the graph is going to do here. So we can even do that. The graph is going to do this here. It's going to do that. So we've done that. Then the next one is negative 1, 36. There's negative 1. Negative 1, 36. There's negative 1. And then we want to go 36, that means we'll have to go up. Now that's 30, so this might be 36 somewhere here. So it's there. And what happens there? The graph turns like that. So we do that. The graph turns like that. Now it's very easy for us. If the graph turns there like that, then clearly you must come down this way. So we can finish that part. Then from there, you'll come down. Yeah, we finish that part. Now from there, the graph must go down through 30. Then it must go through 2. Then it must go down. So don't worry if it's a little bit wobbly. But as long as you're going through the right points, going there, going through -2, going there, right? And then from here it must go up and pass through 5 and go up there. So from here it must go up, it must pass through 5 and go up there. And of course you must label the graph. This graph happens to be, we can label it here, y is equal to x cubed minus 4x squared minus 11x plus 30. So draw the graph, make sure you label it, make sure you show your y-axis, your x-axis, your zeros, and all your key points. So we're going to leave that there for a few seconds for you to have a good look and to see how it was done. Now a nice way to learn is to take this question and try it on your own, and then come back, take this question down, try it on your own, and then draw the graph, then put the DVD on and see if you have got all the answers. So that's a nice way to master drawing this graph. Alright, so let me just finally summarize like this. Y-intercept 30, there's it there. X-intercepts 2, 5, minus 3. There's your 2, 5, minus 3. Your turning points, 11 over 3 minus 14,8. 11 over 3 minus 14,8. It's there. I should actually write that down there. This is actually 11 over 3 minus 14,8, and this one is actually negative 136. It's important to write those down there. So there's your 11 over 3 minus 14,8. There's your minus 1, 36. And then you know that the graph takes the shapes there, and then just join them and get the full shape. Alright, so we hope that you enjoyed watching this, and let's try to give you the whole picture in one go, so that you can see everything.
The screen, sir.